It's adventure time again. Half of the adventure is already over though, and that's because I arrived here on an overnight sleeper train, which was an interesting experience to say the least. Changsha is a really interesting up-and-coming city that not many people outside of China actually know about. Now that my journey to get here is over, I've got so much that I want to go and see and do. But before we can do that, we need to go and check into my accommodation. So let's go. Okay, just checked into my accommodation for the next few days, and this is that accommodation here. To be honest, it's actually pretty nice considering it was only £15 GBP, or about 125 RMB. I've just taken a really nice hot shower, and to be honest, it's made me really tempted to take a nap, but there's just simply no time for that because there's so much that I want to go and see and do. So, let's go and explore. Okay, so this building behind me is called Changsha Cultural and Arts Centre, and it was actually built by Zaha Hadid, the same architects behind Guangzhou Opera House and the new international airport in Beijing, and so many other buildings in China and around the world. So excited to see this building in person before I came. However, I'm going to do a full video on this where I go inside and check it out. So if you want to watch that video, make sure you're subscribed. Okay, so literally 30 seconds after I finished filming that last clip, the rain came back and I had to call it a day. But not before I managed to see the absolutely incredible light show. Wow, I'm glad I braved the rain to stay for this. Pretty cool. The rain situation kind of suits me though because I'm absolutely knackered after last night's journey. So I'm going to get a solid night's sleep under my belt, wake up early and go and see more of this beautiful city. But before I go to bed, check out this view.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Good morning. Last night's sleep was absolutely incredible, especially compared to the sleep or lack of sleep that I managed to get on the train the night before. However, last night it really didn't stop raining at all, and today there's even supposed to be thunderstorms. This is what it's like right now. So at the moment not too bad, which means that the plan now is to go and grab a quick breakfast and then try and make the most of my limited time here. So I'm currently in Taiping Street. It's a street in Changsha that's preserved its ancient architecture and its old traditional outlook. It's also renowned for stinky tofu, so where better to try some than right here. Let's go give it a go. stinky tofu or char dol. Let's give it a go. It was 10 RMB, which is about £1.20. And to be honest, it doesn't actually even smell that bad, but I'm still scared. The outside is really crispy, and then the inside is like really soft and velvety. But it's so spicy. Okay, and it's just started raining again, so I think with that it's time to go. It's really not even that smelly. From what everyone was saying, thought it was going to be really stinky, but it doesn't smell that bad at all. The next place I want to go to is actually on an island, and I think the best way to get there is by cycling. So I'm going to find a bike and go there now. Okay, I've definitely arrived because I've never seen so many bikes in one place in my life. Okay, ticket secured. So this island is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, and it's a lot more peaceful and tranquil. The statue to the right of me is obviously Chairman Mao when he was a young man. He studied here in Changsha before joining the Communist Party. The statue is actually 83 meters long to signify how old he was when he died, and it's 41 meters wide to signify how long he was at the head of China. I'm glad I came to this spot, but unfortunately it's just started raining, so I think time to head on. I just want to go and find Wen Hei Yao. That's where I'm going to eat dinner, because apparently you can't come to Changsha without going to Wen Hei Yao. So I'm going to go and find that place now. Okay, this place is crazy, but I don't know where the actual restaurant is. This place is pure chaos. It seems the whole thing is just one big restaurant. Okay, I gave up trying to translate the menu. It was so chaotic in there as well. So
and maybe skip Hen something, Yao, whatever it's called for now. Maybe come back another day. Okay, it's about 5-6 o'clock, so not many hours left of sunlight. There's one place I want to go to before it gets dark, so I'm going to head there now and see what that's like. Let's go.
We are coming to Changsha.
Ah, 谢谢。
Okay, so this is the bridge. There's not really much more to say other than it's a bridge, but it's a very nice looking bridge. Pretty cool though. I mean, it's 3 bridges interwoven into one to make it look like it's a Chinese knot sort of shape with no entrance and no exit. I am actually really close to the Changsha Cultural Centre, and at the moment it's not actually raining, so I'm going to go and try and put my drone in the air. It's about half an hour until the sun sets, so let's hope it doesn't rain. The good thing about coming back to get drone shots is I get to watch this again. You know, I gotta say, it's not quite the Bund, but it's up there with the Bund in the list of my favourite places in China that I've visited so far. That was a lot of thunder and lightning just then. I'm really lucky because last night it took me about an hour to call a taxi back to my hotel when it started raining. Now, I literally booked a taxi 5 minutes ago. It's just about to pull up and literally you can hear the rain in the distance coming towards us. Okay, so we've seen it in the day. Now, let's go take a look at it at night. So we outran the rain in the taxi, but it's definitely catching up with us. Okay, I think personally I much preferred going through there in the night. It's a pretty cool place, very vibrant. Okay, some quick thoughts on Changsha whilst I'm heading home. First up, the fashion. People here are very well dressed. I'd say this is probably even better than Shanghai. I'm not sure, Guangzhou is pretty good as well. But yeah, second of all, I've seen more tattoos in the last like 2 days in Changsha than I have in the rest of my time that I've spent in China so far. And also everyone here just seems a lot cooler. Okay, I'm just in the train station about to board my bullet train home. Changsha, you've been absolutely amazing. I will definitely be visiting here again. Thumbs if you liked, subs if you loved, and I will see you in the next one.